The best advertising, the best marketing tends to short circuit your thinking by going for something that you have a weakness for, by capitalizing on your weakness. Many advertisements feature beautiful women, handsome men that overwhelm your power of thinking just with their beauty. And then they can sell you anything because you're not able to think. As a race, we tend to, as the human race, we tend to market things in a way that overwhelms the senses. So you can't just have good pizza, you have to have the best pizza. You can't just have a beautiful woman, she has to be in perfect makeup and perfect hairstyle, perfect dress, everything to the nines. Men have a weakness for beautiful women to begin with. You don't need to over accentuate, overemphasize, oversell beauty. Real beauty doesn't need to be oversold, doesn't need to be marketed. A thing of beauty is a thing of beauty. It will attract the right person. It doesn't need to be over embellished and made overly attractive to our senses. So that's why there's no editing in these videos. There's no fancy intro and outro. There's no embellishments. It's just a nice natural scene behind me and just the words. There are no captions on the screen. There's nothing. It's just a person talking to a camera. It will attract the right person and it will disgust the wrong person. The person who is always looking for that shiny object, that entertaining video, will reject this, will go to the next video, will dislike it. But a person who is looking for meaning and purpose and a better way to live and the wisdom to live that way will be able to stomach the discomfort of a non-entertaining video, something that doesn't cut every 3 seconds and have all kinds of sounds and intros and outros and nonsense like that. When I was a student at the ashram in India, I was once asked to review some old tapes of the guru's speeches. And these were tapes or recordings that were being sold publicly to people who never heard him before. When I reviewed them, very often you'd hear some background noise, just like you have now. Some train in the distance, or loud honking, or some other, maybe he'd strike his mic by mistake when he motioned with his hands. Something, there was always some kind of disturbance every couple of minutes. The recording quality, you would say, was pretty low. But a person who was interested in gaining that wisdom from him couldn't care less. about these minor disturbances. They couldn't care less because they're focused on listening to the lecture. They want to hear what the guru had to say. And every minor disturbance was just that, just a minor disturbance. So it might benefit us to think about when we're listening to someone who's trying to help us, do they really need to have all of these bells and whistles on their videos? Do they really need to sell it to us in some unnatural way? Is it really beneficial if we have to be enticed by our senses? Maybe it still is. A really intelligent guru who has lots of important wisdom to share might choose to dedicate effort, time and effort, resources, manpower into improving his presentation. And that might actually help attract people to be helped by him. I'm not saying that if you have embellishments on your video that obviously you're selling something worthless. That's not what I'm saying. But someone who's pursuing true wisdom is not really concerned with embellishments, with bells and whistles, intros and outros, music. So a true seeker is not concerned with marketing. A true seeker just wants to get the wisdom so they can improve their life.